Star Wars, da da da, Star Wars, da da da, Star Wars, da da da, Wars, dun 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 dun.
Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. It's me. And as you can see, today we are going to talk about the Legacy Collection Millennium Falcon, also called the BMF, which can stand for a couple things. Anyway, as I had said the other day, I wasn't feeling too good for a couple days, so I kind of just hung around the house and didn't do anything after I got my shop work done. And, I get bored. And when I get bored, I usually start cleaning my toy room. So I actually have two toy rooms. I did a review on the first toy room of all my vintage toys, and what I call vintage is from 77 to 85 Kenner, Star Wars, of course. I have a second toy room with just like, for lack of a better term, I want to say newer, more modern stuff. I used to have some Power of the Force things. I got rid of them all. In fact, I did a review on that back in the day on my channel. I got rid of all the Power of the Force figures. I don't want them. I kept a couple of the ships because I just thought they were kind of cool. And that's in that room. And then I got a lot of Star Wars Legos. So with that said, in that room is my BMF, my Legacy Collection Millennium Falcon. And that thing is huge. I wish it would fit in my toy room because that's the only, quote, newer thing that I have that I really, really like. I mean, Millennium Falcon's always been my favorite ship from the movie anyway. And I hesitate to call it newer because it's still from 2008. But it is in really nice shape, as I'm going to show you. So anyway, while I was sick and I was bored, I started cleaning it. And I'm like, oh, this might make a decent video. Somebody might want to watch it. So here's my Millennium Falcon. Check it out.
So this is it all disassembled. You can see how the panels out and you can see into the actual unit. There's a couple smugglers panels there. As you can see, there's holes in the bottom where you can put toys, or those are supposed to be the smuggler panels. Here's the one room of it. You can see some control panels there, some pilot's controls. There's Chewie chilling next to his game. Place where you can sit Ben Kenobi or whoever you want to put in there. Like kind of a little rec room, I guess you could call it. Over here, you can see into the gunner's chair. You can put a figure in there and it spins around. A little section over there if you want to put some accessories in it. Smuggler's panel again. Those are really easy. You just put these in like this. Just fits in like that. Now you got your walkway. Same with the other side. This is hard to do with one hand. There it is. Snaps in just like that. I got the training ball arm there. If you want to get Luke do his little practice, there's a lever over here. And if you twist it, it'll move your training ball and it moves your radar dish at the same time. And the cool part about this is you can play the sounds that go with it by hitting this button here. A little bit chewy action. See the game table lit up.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight? You see? You can do it.
I always thought that was pretty neat. The sounds on this are just incredible compared to the Power of the Force line. Now you see you have a hatch over here. And what that hatch is for is the escape pod, which is right here. You see how my own C-3PO in there. The escape pod is like this. It's got these guns that come out. They don't actually fire. There's one on each side. So hard to do one-handed. Then there's a missile that goes in the bottom. I had to use two hands to put that missile back in. You see it sticks out of the bottom. The way they fire it is this button right here. So you flying around and push it and choo, there it goes. So once you put your escape pod back together, it just flies right into this escape hatch. Set it in there and you hear a noise. And you close it up. Snap it in place and plays another noise for you. This is a pretty neat function. It's on the outside. We haven't gotten to the outside yet, but it's technically in the inside. It's how they get in. Push the little button here on this side. And it lowers the ramp and the LED lights light it up a little bit. You can see in the cockpit, there's room for Han and Chewie in the front. They don't sit very well, especially Chewie. There's not a lot of room for his legs, but it does fit in there. And then there's 2 seats in the back, which we didn't get in the original Millennium Falcon or the Power of the Force one. So you could put 2 other figures back there if you want to put, like, I don't know, Ben Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, and maybe have Leia stand in the middle. I don't know, figure something out like that. But it's pretty neat. And you close up the cockpit and are ready to go. I mean, just the sheer size of this alone is impressive enough. I forget how long it is, 20 some inches, maybe longer. I don't know. I'll measure it, let you know by the end of the video. But it's got all kind of little doodads that you can play with. This here fires the top guns. And the sounds are just so crisp that come out of it. Take a back look here. I want to show you this part. These 3 buttons right here make it do different noises too. And it'll light up the back. And that sound is just so deep and rich. It's like definitely not 1970s technology, which is what I'm used to. But like I said, this is from 2008. The sounds come out randomly, so there's not a specific button to make a specific sound. You can see the cockpit will light up. There's a button on top of the cockpit right here. And then you push it again, it fires up. But look, it lights up the whole cockpit there. There's front LED lights on it. It's got a missile launcher right here. You can fire these missiles. A lot of times these missiles get lost, but they fire. Pew, pew, pew. And like I said, the radar dish turns with a twist of the button over here. These are the inside noises, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. Like I was saying, it's just a very impressive piece. It's big. Our little one we had in the 1979 version would be something we'd throw our figures in and go to a friend's house to play. Like we could double as a carrying case or a toy. This is definitely not a carrying case. It's just huge, but it's so much more play value. And here you can see the case that I made. This is where it stays on my shelf. A little bit elaborate. It's a glass case I made. It was originally going to be a coffee table. But as I worked on it a little bit more, I decided I'm just going to make it a case. You can see I put some graphics in the back there. I think it came out pretty well. Some stormtroopers, other things around it just to dress it up. And the lights, and there's a scene there. And, well, that's about it.
I probably should have apologized for the really bad camera work on that video, but yeah, I wasn't feeling well, and I really can't drag that thing down here in my studio shop, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's this room I'm in right now. It's a green screen behind me. It's my shop. Most of my videos are, in fact, almost all of my videos are done right here, whether I'm using a green screen or use that camera over there, which there's a big difference. This one HD, you can see all the little dog hairs on my shirt and everything with it. The other one's a little softer. But anyway, basically I do all my videos down here. Now to bring that thing from the other toy room all the way down here, I just didn't want to chance it. I mean, lucky I took it to my dining room. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you like it. And like I said, that's how I display it. It's, you know, from 2008, I can't call it vintage. I never know what to call stuff from that era. It's just a really good piece. It's so big and has so much play value. I mean, I think I would even enjoy it more if I was still a little kid and had it. But, you know, the sounds and everything that come out of it. And they did remake it. They remade it a few years later. I didn't do any research on that because I already have one, so I don't want it. But I heard it's even better. In fact, maybe I won't do a review if I don't own the toy. That's just, I hate when people do that. I see people do reviews all the time of toys, but they don't actually have it in their hand. No, man, if you're going to do a review on a toy, you got to own the toy, or at least borrow it from a friend so you can give an honest review. Because nothing's better than actually having the toy to play with. Yes, I'm 55 years old and I still play. And I hope you do too, because that's part of the best things in life is sitting around playing with your toys instead of just looking at them, what you collect and dust, and hoping they're worth something someday. That's just my opinion. You collect the way you want. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you're still here, I just did a cooking video earlier today. Like I said, I'm feeling better. If you want to learn how to make some chicken tetrazzini, check out the video right before this one, because while I was letting this one compile, I uploaded that one. So, all right. Hey, that's about all I have to say. Next time I do some dusting and cleaning, I might talk about something else if people like this kind of thing. But anyway, good to see y'all. I hope you're doing good, and bye.
Star Wars, da da da, Star Wars, da da da, Star Wars, da da da, Wars, dun 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 dun.